AITA for telling my 14-year-old daughter that she's average looking? I, F39, have a very insecure daughter, F14, who has a depressingly unhealthy obsession with her looks. She often avoids mirrors and pictures because her mood instantly drains when she sees herself. She constantly asks her father and me if we think she's pretty, and we always tell her the same thing: that she's a beautiful girl inside and out. As I understand how most teenage girls are with their body image, as I was one at some point myself. My daughter's vanity is not only becoming exhausting to those around her, but I fear it's causing her to slowly lose herself. Yesterday, I decided to sit her down to chat with her about this, to discuss what's bothering her, and to see if she's willing to visit a therapist. She told me she didn't want to talk about it, but as her mother, of course, I'm going to be worried about her. So I insisted. She finally agreed. A few minutes into this conversation, she asked exactly this: "Mom, I want you to be completely honest with me. That means no sugarcoating. The kids at my school think I'm ugly and say I look like a bird because I have a big nose. Do you really think I'm beautiful? Or are you just lying?" I'm an honest person, so I gave her the most honest answer I had. I told her she was average looking like most people in the world are, and that it's not a bad thing to have an average appearance. She immediately got up and left without saying a word and just went into her room for the rest of the night. Today, she has been cold and distant, and I think I upset her, which wasn't my intention at all. AITA? Info. What are you going to do now that you know she's being bullied? Bullied so bad that she literally avoids mirrors and is clearly depressed. Congratulations. You probably just created a negative core memory for your daughter. She's probably going to carry your words around with her for life. YTA. YTA. Clearly, she is a teenager and these times are vital for self-esteem. You essentially told her she was plain. You lie to her even if she is. This one is probably going to stick for life. YTA. Are you, Kate, from yesterday's post by any chance? What is it with parents thinking it's okay to tell their kids they're not attractive? Like we all know how a lot of relatives exaggerate how brilliant, charming, attractive we are. We take it with a pinch of salt. But if we ask, we're asking you because we know we'll get that answer. You know she's insecure, so why make her more insecure? You are not a therapist. Do not try to be. Be a mom. YTA. She's showing serious MH signs. Taking her to a psychiatrist should already be in the works. Not you forcing a discussion you clearly don't have the skills to navigate. You just reinforced everything the bullies are saying to her. No, you're not an honest person. For years you've told her she's beautiful and now you're saying, "I was lying." You're just average. She will now believe you're still lying to cover that she is ugly. Stuff like this kills people. YTA. YTA. You can't possibly be so dense that you don't understand that no amount of you saying you are being honest is going to make her believe you are really being totally honest. She thinks you will automatically overrate her because you are her mom. So, if your overrating calls her average, she now believes you think she is ugly and the kids at school are right. Of course YTA. "I'm an honest person" is a weird reason to sit a child down and essentially confirm, in her mind, that you are liars and she is as ugly as the other kids say she is. Edit. Look, I get why people harp on honesty, I guess. But this isn't one of your girlfriends asking you for your honest opinion on whether she could be a supermodel. It's not even your kid asking if you think he's smart enough to get into Yale. This is your child asking if you think she's beautiful while she's being bullied for being ugly to the point where she can't look in a mirror. I'm not changing my mind about it. YTA, you just said you and her father always tell her she is beautiful inside and out. Kudos to you for being an honest person. But this was not the right answer. You had the right answer all along and should have told her the same thing. Not confirmed her fears. YTA, you knew how she would react. She finally agreed to a therapist. You told her that her fears are true. In her head. Eesh. She is struggling with her image. There wasn't one thing about her that is cute, beautiful or special that you could highlight. The color of her hair, the shape of her eyes, her cute little ears. Something? She is struggling. Giving some hope, some kind words to her over the hump. Was that too much for you? 14-year-old kids are awkward and funny looking, but they are growing into the adult they become. But we don't tell them that. She needs therapy, and it sounds like you could learn a bit on how to talk to teens. YTA, beauty is subjective. You don't destroy your child's self-esteem. Like Taylor Swift says, casually cruel in the name of being honest. I am very confused about all of the NTA votes. I sat down my daughter, who is insecure about her looks and clearly needs support and possibly therapy, and told her that even her own mother doesn't think of her as beautiful. Because I am willing to make my daughter feel worse about herself and me for the sake of honesty. I don't know if I would still speak to my mother if she did that to me. YTA, don't even need to read the damn post. What's wrong with you? That's your kid. If your response isn't, "You're the most beautiful person in the world to me and nothing could change that," then you're a failure and setting your kid up to hate themselves. You set the tone for her self-esteem and you just crushed it. Congrats. YTA. I'm not the person to sugarcoat it. That's your daughter, and the person who should be hyping her up most is her mother. You made her feel 10x worse than the kids at school already do. Hopefully fake. Read the title of this post again and then see if you still have to ask. Christ, YTA. It's your job to see the beauty in your child. What most average-looking people lack is style and confidence. They don't know how to dress in colors and styles that suit their figure. They have haircuts that don't really do anything for their face shape. It doesn't help that 14 is a particularly awkward-looking age where you haven't grown into your looks yet and are self-conscious about it. She is transitioning from childish styles but has no idea what to do. And unfortunately, fashion magazines are the worst possible resource, with both the models and expense completely unrealistic for a normal person. You need resources that teach her how to dress. I read Color Me Beautiful as a 90s teen who only wore jeans and t-shirts, and it changed everything. There are probably newer books which have more modern styling when discussing clothes that suit body shape, but the point is help her find resources that help her find a sense of style and what looks good. Her nose is going to haunt her while she wants to look like everyone else. When she is older and secure in herself, she will realize that life is far more interesting to be fascinating rather than pretty like a princess. You can do something about lacking style. You cannot do anything with being told you are average, and that is just how it is. YTA. Your daughter just told you she's being bullied. Work on that. Secondly, it's not about what you say to her. It's also about what you say about yourself. And about people on TV. It's about unsaid things too. How you respond to things. Teens are so attentive to how you act and what you say. You have to be so careful to model the type of behavior she needs. But first of all, address the bullying.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.